obviously not cleared my last job off.
You will arrive at your destination at 4:03 p.m.
I hope not. 4:03 p.m. I hope we'll be there in next hour or so. And we're off. It's right at the next lights actually for the M6. I know what I've just done there, I've accepted wrong job. Another one here, impatient, watch him, just gone past you. Now where's this guy going to get to here? Where's this taxi going to get to? What progress are they going to make? Do you know what I mean? What progress is he going to make there now? We're coming up to the next set of lights anyway in roadworks, so they're not going to make any progress. This is what you've got to deal with on a daily basis driving wagons. Everybody just wants past you. They're all in a hurry to get nowhere. We are currently in a temporary 30 as well. Yeah, I'm going to Liverpool to load for Glasgow.
After half a mile, turn right, A585, Fleetwood Road.
I think this thing might be trying to take me to Glasgow right now. I think I've clicked on wrong job before. There's a cyclist up ahead. They're all braking for roadworks and cyclist as well. It's just ahead of 4 in front, which is a VW camper van type of thing. We're going to go right at these traffic lights and mirrors. There shouldn't be anything coming down here, but we'll just double check anyway. I'm going to go into this lane here with cyclists in. Just mindful.
Turn right, A585, Fleetwood Road.
Just mindful of this cyclist now. You know what they've got in them pouches on the back? I mean, he's padded out, it's like he's got webbing on or something. Webbing and helmet, doing on exercise, on manoeuvres. Lights are changing, just let him set off. They always have bonny big legs on them, cyclists, all the muscly calves. Just mindful, we're going to follow him round, give him enough space because there's traffic coming round us on the right hand side now. I'm going to put a signal on here. I should have got in that other lane.
A585, Fleetwood Road.
I need round him. Just give him enough room. I should have got it right hand lane to be fair and come round past him, but anyway, we're past him now. Yeah, once I got into that gate, once I reversed in, it was easy enough reversing down and reversing back to where I was to get to Crane. But I think the trick is not to panic. I mean, it's easy to get frustrated when people are coming round you and they're not going to give you a minute. They're putting you under pressure. And then you get pedestrians trying to walk past you as well. It's like, just, you can see what's happening, just give us a minute, you know what I mean? It's easy to get frustrated, but
after 400 yards.
All I did, I just got out and I had a look where I was.
Fleetwood Road.
So I needed to come back out again, then reverse in, and then when I was in gate, I needed to drive back out again and straighten up because there was something in the way behind me when I would have potentially squished once I was
Go
inside.
straight on.
But it doesn't matter how many shunts you need. If you need 3 shunts, you need 3 shunts. You've got to get it in, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Still telling me I'm going to be there at 2 minutes past 4. I think I've pressed on the Glasgow job. The accident, just mindful of this thing. 20 past 12, I can understand Glasgow if it take me nearly 3 hours to get to Glasgow, but not to get to Liverpool from here. We'll pull up at Charnock, Richard, we'll have a look. Into a 40 mirrors. Braking up ahead, going into petrol station, 3 in front. It's another thing what gets annoying about this thing, it tells you where it's a good thing, it tells you where speed cameras are, but if you're not speeding anyway, you don't need to worry about them, do you? That many warnings.
After 800 yards, go around
flashing
the
lights,
roundabout.
gadgets, jiggers and hula hearts go off in this thing. It's
towards Preston, then take the motorway.
Makes you nervous, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm just coming up to the M55. We're going to go left on here. We want the M55 toward Preston, and then we're going to pick up the M6 south. I'll drop you off at Charnock, Richard, and then I'm going to carry on, come off at Oral for the M58 and go into Liverpool. Some mirrors. Just start backing him off, ready.
Go around the roundabout, first exit M55.
There's no lights working on here, I noticed that on the way in, so it's kind of like a free-for-all. It's not so bad now, because it's quiet, but this morning it was busy. Right, so we just put a signal on here.
Follow M55 towards Manchester for 6.5 miles.
There's nothing coming now, we're clear, we're on the motorway. Just mindful of this white van now. mirrors, I'm just going to overtake this van. I'm catching up on it because it's up the... It's a bit too close to the car in front of it for my liking. The car in front of it looks like a lovely old car, an old Sierra by the looks of it. What condition it's in, I've no idea. We should see. We should just get a glimpse of it now. You don't see many of these about. I think it's an old Sierra. I'm pretty sure it is. It's either an old Sierra or a Ford Orion. I think it's a Ford Sierra. I used to have a Ford Orion, me, a 1.6 gear in silver, G-Reg. It was a cracking car. I bought it off a lad at Army. Some mirrors. Sierra's picking up a bit of gas now. We're back in. I bought it off a lad at Army, 20 odd years ago, and it was a brilliant car. And I ended up, I was skint and I sold it to another lad in Farmy and he wrecked it. Fucking ruined it. But it's no doing me, I'd sold it to him then. I'd sold it to him in good faith. It was alright when I had it. It was immaculate, that car. I loved it. It was a good car. But yeah, he ruined it, this one, I think. I don't know if he smashed it smithereens, he just ruined it. It'll no doubt be in us. Would have been in a scrapyard at some point and crushed into tin cans, you know what I mean? Still got its indicator on that Sierra, it's not took it off, it's got its indicator on for the last few miles. So just mirrors, I'm now closing up to Peugeot, which is, to be fair, is overtaking Sierra. I think it's a Sierra, I'm sure it is an old Sierra. I can't get any more gas getting past it, I'm flat out on limiter at the moment. Good to see one still knocking about though, you don't see many of them now. I'll tell you a car I always liked as a kid, I could never afford one, I was too young. And they're rarer than rocking horse shit now. There will be one or two knocking about, but they'll be really rarer than rocking horse shit. The Mark 1 Astra GTE, I used to love them. There used to be an older lad in our street when I lived in Orrell as a child. There was an older lad had one in our street, a silver one. And it probably, compared to today's cars, it wouldn't have been fast, but it used to have Recaro bucket seats in it and that. And he once took me and another lad for a ride in it, and it seemed as fast as anything. You know what I mean? It seemed brilliant. There was them, the Mark 1 Astra GTE. The Mark 2s were alright, but I think the Mark 1s were just brilliant. They were a beautiful shape and they just felt sporty and beefy. And also the Peugeot 205 GTIs. They used to do a 1.6 and a 1.9. The 1.9 was phenomenal. And again, they just look beefy, big wide tyres on them. They look like they'd stick to the road. You don't see any of them about. Everybody used to have them at one time. The majority now will all be in scrapyards. Well, they've all been crushed, but yeah, they were bloody good cars. I've always liked them. I happened upon a Peugeot 205 GTI actually a few years ago. It was a 1.6 and there was a lad in a garage on Walgate had it up for sale. Just as you come under railway arches at Walgate at Wigan Station, you go left off Caroline Street there's like a butcher's place. They sell wholesale meats, King's Meats or something, it's a fresh meat place. Just before that there's a side street what'll get you back round onto Caroline Street. There's a garage there, I can't mind what it's called, they do fix cars and whatnot. Back street garage. There were a lad had it for sale. and it was for sale for about £650 or something like that. And I stopped having a look at it, and when I looked, it was fucked. Like it was, you could see it was knackered. Do you know what I mean? It was shagged. That's why we're selling it. So I walked away because I'm not a mechanic. I can look at a car sometimes and think this is knackered. You know what I mean? You can just tell when it started up. It were about fucked. It wanted a lot doing to it, and I haven't got the knowledge or the patience. So for me, I would have had to put it into a garage and get somebody to do it up for me. Whereas we're going to come out here, we're going into towards Manchester on the motorway, the M6. So I walked away from it. It would have been nice to drive it for a couple of weeks, but once things started going wrong, it would have been a pain in the arse.
After 800 yards, keep right. Keep right, then keep left.
I've clearly clicked on wrong job. This thing's trying to take me to Glasgow now. I've clicked on wrong order. There's two orders for the same job. There's one for going collecting it and one for delivering it. I've clearly clicked on wrong order. This thing's trying to take me to Glasgow. Hence it thinks I'm going to get there at 4:10. It's in for a shop.
After 800 yards, keep left, then take the motorway.
Well, we'll drop you off at Charnock, Richard, and we'll reboot this thing and get back on gubbins. I looked at it before, I thought, after 4 o'clock, it's not going to take me till 4 o'clock then to
take the motorway.
Yeah, I've clicked on wrong job. That's what it is. So we're just mindful. Just coming round at the recommended speed. Steady Eddie, just tickling and fettling at 50 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm going to drop you off, mate, at Charnock, Richard, and then just quickly pull in. I'll reboot this thing, get the right order on. I've started the order as if I've collected it. I ain't collected it yet. So I'll just pull up, get this sorted out, set an order, and we'll crack on. So mirrors, just mindful. I'm going to be catching this car and trailer. I need to come round it. A signal on. Go on, lad, get going. Go on, keep doing it. Right, on we go. No doubt this thing will speed up now. There's two lovely old looking motorbikes on the back of it though. It's like something Steve McQueen would have ridden in the Great Escape. I don't know what they are, but they're lovely looking old bikes. I don't know if you can see them or not. Beautiful old machines. This looks like something out in Second World War. Or something, I don't know. It'll worth a few bob, I would imagine. that adventure and what passed me before. Now mindful, I'm going to need back in. Back in we go. Now I was catching that Toyota up before it slowed right down. Then it sped up again now. Catching it again. Cat and mouse, isn't it? Yeah, I only wish I'd have been filming on way down when I was following my old truck down M6, my old Yankees wagon, but I don't tend to bother when I'm going into a signboard, and I tend to do it when I'm coming, when I've tipped it.
After
priority is getting the load
take
in.
the exit 31 M6 towards Preston, then go around the roundabout, 6th exit.
So mirrors, I'm catching this Toyota again now. It's going to
Take
pull a
the
signal, I'll
exit
try and come round
31,
it.
then go around the roundabout, 6th exit.
It's going to be annoying because as soon as we catch it now, we start running up a little bit of a hill and it can speed back up again. I don't want to be breathing down his back door, tickling flanks like, you know what I mean? And he's speeding back up again. And I'm maintaining my speed, I'm empty.
M6 towards Liverpool for 3 miles.
I'm going to have to go back across again now. And I'm just mindful because there's traffic joining. Lane 1 of 4 now, in a minute I'll shoot off left for the M61. Whereas we'll then just be down to 3 lanes. So I'm expecting some of these cars and trucks once joining M6 now to start getting over. We'll just stick in this lane for now. Adventures up again now. So I don't want to come over into lane, which what will now be lane 1 of 3 for us. I'm going to stick out in lane 2. Because them lanes are going to go off sharper. There's people still making their minds up now which lanes they want. You'd expect people to start jumping in at last minute for get off onto M61. Just mindful, just bearing down on this car which just took us. Just come off that gas. There you go. They don't know which lane they want because they realise they want the M61. So that one what just took us, that VW, just gone straight across into that lane now if I go off onto 61. You also get people stuck out there thinking, oh I don't want this, I don't want the M61, I want on the M6. So they'll dart back across. Just steady Eddie holding our course, hopefully we'll take this Adventus now. Just mindfully might try and pull out on us and take this truck. Speeding up and slowing down all the time, you see. Another one here, see, doesn't know what they're doing in the minute. But these 2 lanes will come off for the M61, so it's perfectly alright to do that. Just mindful now because you get people who think, oh shit, it's M61, missing it. And they'll just cut you up straight across you like. They're not bothered, they've no fear. That's where they want to go, that's where they're going to go. Do you know what I mean? That's where they're going. It's all they see. All they think is, that's where I want to be. Never mind this big 44-ton truck in front of me. Catching this tipper now as well. I'm just going to stay out in lane 2. I'm not coming back in yet. We're catching this tipper and we're going to catch this traffic in front of it as well. Tipper's braking in lane 1.
After 800 yards, take the exit 29 M6 towards Burnley, then go around the roundabout, 4th exit towards Lancaster. Take
diddle I'm a do, diddly I don't do. There's something up in shoulder with its orange flashing lights on. It's either a highway maintenance or I don't know what it is. It's a vehicle with its flashing lights on. Zookeepers, I think, highway maintenance, but highways agency, sorry. Just mindful. Guy just getting out of it. It's Highways England. Highways agency, whatever they call it. So mirrors, just mindful now, vehicles joining from the left. There's nothing we can do with this truck. We're just going to have to hold our course with Maritime. People coming round here, we're going to have to deal with it. Can't go into lane 3. Just mirrors as we come past come through Maritime. Still not past him just yet. There we go. We didn't need a flash because we're supposed to be an experienced driver. He's just flashed us, so we'll give him the indicators back saying, thank you, sir. So yeah, I'm going to drop you off at Charnock, Richard, mate. I'm going to sort this gubbins out here and click on the right order. And then I'm going to fire off to Liverpool. I may speak to you all the way back coming out of Liverpool, actually. I'm going to be picking up a load for Glasgow. So I don't know whether that's dropping the trailer or it'll be a live load onto this thing, I don't know. But so far so good, we're enjoying the job.
After 800 yards,
even the tight tricky reverses in and out.
M6J28 to North Leyland. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
Charnock Richard's always a bit tricky to get in, especially this side.
At the end of the road, turn left.
Horrible reversing. All the bays are on an angle, you see. Hopefully we're getting in on left beforehand in wide load, but just pull him in temporarily, set her out here. We'll crack on. So just mindful just to this slip road, there's nothing coming down here.
Towards Wigan for 7 miles.
Wigan, towards Wigan. It's a big one from Wigan. I watched that game yesterday, actually, the rugby league game with Wigan and what's it called, Wigan and Warrington. I thought it was a very close game, very scrappy game. I didn't think that headbutt, what Yonmon did on Radcliffe from Warrington, I didn't think it deserved a sending off, that I didn't. I thought it was a yellow card at most, but I didn't think it deserved to get sent off. I mean, to be fair, he was only trying to put his nose straight, wasn't he? He was only trying to straighten Yonmon's nose, Ratchford's nose. It's like a banana, it's bent that far. But no, I thought Wigan did exceptionally well to win that. They won it by 2 points at 14-12, didn't they? I think Warrington looked like they were going to batter us in second half. They really did. They got their act together. First half, they was messy. They kept giving us everything, didn't they? Dropping ball all the time. But I thought Wigan did very well with 11 men, with 1 man sent off. They did very well. If that try had gone in, it was clearly a forward pass, that last try Warrington scored. If that had gone in though, if that had been allowed, we'd have lost. But every win counts. So next it's Wigan against Hull. It's Wigan against Hull, and it's St Helens against Lee for who's in the final. I think St Helens will batter Lee. So the finals are either going to be between St Helens and Wigan or St Helens and Hull. I think we'll win against Hull. I do. I'm hoping it's a Wigan and St Helens final for the Rugby League Challenge Cup final. I mean, I don't follow it as much as I used to, but I've really enjoyed it. And to be fair, I watched the St Helens game the day before, and that was a good game as well. I enjoyed that. I used to really enjoy going to rugby many years ago. You always got a good crack, you know what I mean? You'd never get any maliciousness. You could mix in pubs with opposite fans. You get a bit of banter, but nobody would give you any marger at all. It was always family orientated, a good community of rugby, no matter which side you were supporting, do you know what I mean? Not like football where there's just idiots would have to be escorted out of town by the police to the train stations. Not keen on that. I think it's a waste of police resources. They could be doing better things, do you know may get 2 videos out of this one. I don't like grassing the taxi driver up, but I may get a little video out of that yet. I don't know. They weren't just taxi driver though, there was a couple of them impatient wanting round us. Just no need for it. And what progress did he make? You know what I mean? I'm sure if he'd have had a fur in the back, he'd have sat behind me all day because the meter's ticking over, innit? More money. Spondulings. Right, so a half a mile off Charnock Bridge, we'll throw it in here, mate, and I'll set her out. I'll let you go here. I'll throw you out. Well, I'll not throw you out, I'll drop you off here. Alright. I need to get on now. My load's ready from 1 o'clock apparently, well, it's 1:45 now. So just in between 3 and 2, 100 yards, mirrors. There's nothing immediately behind me, so I'll just come off that gas and just roll him into Charnock Bridge. Start backing him off now. On the retarder. No need for foot brake, no need for foot brake, no need for foot brake. Just roll him round up retarder. So there's 1, 2, 3 already in. Can't get in here. I was hoping pull in here and I could just set her RTU and reboot my gubbins. No, there's not nothing else chance of that. There's a Yankees lad. Do I know him? Possibly. There's nobody in it. So we can't get in here hot left, so we're going to have to do. We're going to have to either